Let's get ready to visit the beautiful island of Aruba. Did you know that Aruba is known as one happy island? So why wouldn't you want to go to a beautiful location that has 70 square miles of happiness? This tiny island gem is nestled in the warm southern Caribbean with nearly 100 different nationalities happily living together. Aruba is also 15 miles north of Venezuela, and they are ready to welcome all visitors with sunny smiles and a warm embrace. And let me give you a couple fun facts about Aruba. Well, first of all, before the Europeans took over control of the island, it was inhabited by its indigenous population. Aruba is famous for its beautiful white sand beaches, and they hold a Aruba International Film Festival welcoming filmmakers and film enthusiasts from around the world every year, and it's internationally renowned. For a period of 108 years between 1816 and 1924, the population of the island increased from a mere 1,732 people to 9,021. And the very first chapel of Aruba was built in 1750. This is an absolutely magical place filled with love and happiness from all of its inhabitants, and it's time to pack up and get ready to go. As of June 10th, 2020, the government of Aruba officially announced that the country will reopen its borders and once again welcome inbound travel. The decision to reopen borders, which were closed due to COVID-19 restrictions in early March, was made in conjunction with the Aruba Department of Public Health and took into consideration the ongoing guidance from the World Health Organization, the Dutch National Institute for Public Health and the Environment, and Centers for Disease Control in the United States. The government of Aruba considered a range of factors in reopening decision-making process, including local containment, which was significantly reduced, and that did not impact Aruba as much. The gradual easing of online restrictions and the stringent health standards that were put in place. Now, because of that, there are certain states within the United States that we have to be mindful of, that we need to upload tests to their embarkment and disembarkment websites. Now, before I get into those locations in the U.S., I just want to let you know that Aruba has diligently reopened in phases, monitored by their government and their health departments. Now, as of June 15th, they opened the country to Bonari and Curacao. Okay. Then July 1st, they opened their borders to Canada, Europe, the Caribbean, excluding the Dominican Republic and Haiti, and as of July 10th, the United States. Now, official opening dates for other markets, including South America and Central America, have yet to be determined. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, I'm going to go over these states and the states within the United States that have increased safety measures for the well-being of the travelers. So listen to these states. Now, if you are residing in Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Iowa, Kansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Nevada, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Wisconsin, or Wyoming, you will still be able to travel to Aruba. However, as of July 10th, travelers residing in the states that I just mentioned must take a PCR test and upload their test results as a part of the online embarkation and disembarkation process prior to your departure. Okay, that's very important. And you can receive this information that I'm mentioning to you on the Aruba tourism site, aruba.com. All the health requirements, the site that you have to upload your test results to and wait for approval, all of that is in this website. And I will post that in the description part below. So you'll be able to take care and go directly to those links and handle your business prior to going to Aruba. Now, travelers can get tested within the 72-hour period prior to their direct departure flight to Aruba, and they must upload the results to the online embarkation disembarkation process, which is the ED process, at least 12 hours prior to their direct departure time to Aruba. Travelers residing in the states I mentioned will not be able to upload the results after that point, meaning they cannot travel to Aruba without a valid negative PCR test done within those periods. Okay, that is very, very important. Travelers residing in the states listed will not have the option to be tested upon arrival at the airport in Aruba. Okay, so be mindful. You will not be tested at the Aruba airport. All other United States visitors that reside in states not mentioned still have the option of taking a PCR test at your own expense upon arrival at the airport in Aruba, or you can upload your PCR test in that 72 to 12 hour window. Okay. Now, they recognize this can cause an extra step for those that want to travel, and also no, not everyone will be able to access to this test in their state. These are necessary safeguards designed to keep Aruba safe and free of health risks. Okay, so just make sure you meet these requirements, and like I mentioned, it will be listed in the description section below. So just make sure you follow these requirements, because we definitely don't want to be out there and not prepared and do anything that would harbor or hinder our dream vacation with our family and loved ones at all, right? So make sure that we follow these procedures and we have everything approved prior to leaving. That is very, very, very important. Okay, so get that information. Make sure you have your negative test. Even if you're not in one of those states, you still want to, show that your test negative. So there's no question at all. You can do that. But the states that I've named are the main ones that must have those tests done within that 72 to 12 hour window. It's very, very important. Okay, you have that test prior to arrival. Then testing, PCR testing at the airport in Aruba. Travelers can wait to arrive in Aruba and receive a PCR test. The cost is totally up to you. You will have the responsibility of doing that, but they have to have that, paid in advance on their online testing site for that whole process. Okay, so make sure you do that in time. And then when you get that test done, if you choose to do so, it will be done immediately after you arrive, and visitors will be required to be in a mandatory quarantine at their hotel or book place of stay that they are staying at in Aruba. And the quarantine will be up to 24 hours, and the Aruba Department of Health will make every effort to get those results in 6 to 8 hours in order to minimize the visitor's time in quarantine. Okay, so for details on the procedures for guests showing a positive COVID test result in Aruba, you're going to have to reference on this aruba.com website. There's a section called regulations when showing symptoms or testing positive for COVID-19 while in Aruba. So make sure that you read that for more further details. Okay, so I hope that we are informed and we're ready and we have everything locked in place for our amazing trip to Aruba. Now, one last thing that I want to remind you of. When you're getting ready to book your trip to Aruba, right? All visitors are encouraged. Fill out your form. Go online to the aruba.com website and fill out that ED card, submit it. You'll be registered in their system, and then you're going to get email reminder notifications. Now, the first one will be a notification that's going to be sent 72 hours prior as a reminder to begin the completion of all your components of the online ED card process, right, for your travel, because it's very important. So they'll remind you. And a reminder email will also be sent 24 hours prior to your departure for Aruba. So make sure you have an email address that's valid and active, that you use daily, because you want to be on top of all of your Aruba information once you input everything on this application. Okay. Now, upon successful completion of the ED card process, travelers will receive an email confirmation of approval for travel. Now, once everything is inputted, and if you're in one of those states, you have your negative COVID test uploaded and everything is all right, then they'll give you an approval email, and that has to be shown either digitally on your phone or printed when you check in upon boarding. Okay, so make sure you have that either digitally on your phone or printed. I would advise that you have both. We'll say something happens to your phone, or you forgot to charge it and it died and you can't access that email with that form, you have the hard copy. Okay, so make sure you have that. And another final point, have your medical insurance. Okay, do not leave without your medical card. They want to see everybody is medically insured when they are in Aruba. So do not forget that medical card. Okay, thank you so much. I hope this helped you. Have a beautiful trip, you and your family, when you go back to the happy island of Aruba. Please like this video and click subscribe. Share it with your friends and family, and join me in the future so you don't miss notifications when I share more on travel, lifestyle, health, wellness, and empowerment and entrepreneurship. So thank you so much. Have an amazing day. Peace. Until next time.